Hello everyone, this is Donna Spirit and I want to do a love reading for the month of August. And I'm going to be using the Psychic Tarot for the Heart Oracle deck by John Holland. And I set the intention of 2 cards. And so one of the cards that came out for us. Let's see. Here we go. Okay. So we're going to start with 2 cards, and we'll see what that does. So I don't know. I just feel like a little guidance on what to expect with love for the month of August, since we're starting a new month. Okay. So the first card is Believe and Succeed. We're dealing with love, we're dealing with our heart. So this is saying that you need to believe and you need to move toward the light, toward the love. So someone is offering, you're going to have some sort of offering of love, or you're going to have the ability to go toward a safe place, a safe person, somewhere where you feel love, give and receive. And you need to believe in that and believe that it's true. Believe that the intention is true. The universe is not going to put anything there for you that's not for your best good. That's just what you need to believe in. And then once you believe that and you put that out, then that's what you're going to receive. So that's where the success comes. Let's see what the other card. Rest and reconsider. Okay, so we got 2 purple here. So the way this is set up, this is like a Psychic Tarot, and so it's got different borders or different colors for the different, like, kind of like the traditional suits. Rest and recover, or reconsider, sorry. So he's resting on the mountain. So cannot tell what he's got in his hand, or if he's just resting. I don't know that crack in the rock. I don't think it's in his hand because his hands are crossed. So he's just sitting here resting. So he's just resting, got his eyes closed, contemplating, considering. Of course, this says reconsider. So here's the question, and this is where everybody's going to get different messages here. So is this just double that we need to believe in? Because you were saying believe and succeed and then rest and reconsider. So we're not believing what's being presented to us. Like it's maybe it's one of these too good to be true kind of things. Or maybe we've just got so much damage and so much past trauma that we just, cannot hardly believe that this could be happening to us. I mean, what do you mean, universe? I'm still worthy? So we need to believe that yes, you're worthy. I mean, come on. You're worthy. And once you believe that and you put it out there, your aura is going to attract. And then the rest and reconsider. You don't want to get too wrapped up in things. You want to rest, reconsider, make sure you're looking at this all the way around. Make sure you're not being too hasty. So the purple border, the violet border, is Spirit or Wands. So this would be the traditional wands. So this would be the 6 and the 9 of wands. So let's see what that would be. And I've got the little book here that goes with this. Because oracle cards are hard to. So the believe and succeed. Confidence, achievement, inspiration, recognition, faith is powerful. It can bring about amazing results. It's important at this time to believe in yourself and in your aspirations regarding love. Think and act as if all that you desire is inevitable. Your confidence will send a signal to the universe that you're ready to have that perfect relationship. The energies of success are around you. Use them to achieve your dreams. So again, believe that you have that, you're worthy. And then when you put it out there, it's going to be like a beacon. So you're going to have this beacon of light and everybody's going to come sailing towards you. And yes, you can have this perfect relationship that your heart desires. Like a lighthouse shining its light as a beacon to passing ships to help them navigate the surrounding waters. At this time, you can be a beacon to others by acting confidently. Being victorious, you can inspire your loved ones to reach out for what they desire. Recognize your power to affect people in positive ways. Congratulate yourself for this ability and honor that same ability in others. Well, hello. Cool. Okay, so then rest and reconsider. Fatigue, perseverance, strength, recharge. Sometimes the struggle to create and maintain harmonious and fulfilling relationships just seems like too much work. You put forth your best effort and give more than you share, and find that there are still issues to be dealt with. You're tired, and at times you just want to give up. The message of this card is to persevere. You may have been disappointed or hurt in the past. Know that those past sorrows have made you stronger, even though you don't feel that way at the moment. It's a good time to briefly step away from any conflict or issue. Give yourself some space to relax and replenish. Continuous effort stretches the body and dulls the mind. You need to rest and reconsider your methods. Once you recharge yourself, you'll be stronger, clear-headed, and confident, ready to move forward once again. So I think this goes along with that whole on the first card, how there's this doubt, like you doubt that you're worthy. And sometimes we self-sabotage. Sometimes I don't know, that's a strong word, but sometimes we have this embedded thought, like in the back of our head. There's this little piece of you that's got all the old hurt and all the old disappointments. And even though you think you've packed it away and you've locked it up and you threw away the key and you think you've moved on, there's always that little tiny crack. And when things get hard, that crack becomes a huge abyss, and it's hard to not fall down that rabbit hole and repeat. And so the second card is telling you that if you start to feel that you're getting on that edge to where you're slipping, you need to stop and you need to rest and you need to just step back and say, just give me a moment. Let me repack the bag, because I don't want that old baggage to influence the current. And I need to seal it back up again. I need to go get my super glue and I need to put it back together so that it doesn't negatively impact what's going on now. Because if you just keep repacking and unloading that baggage, you're never going to break that cycle. And you've got to recognize that the crack is growing and stop what you're doing and fix it. Just like when you have a crack in the windshield, you're driving behind a truck and it throws a rock and you got a little crack. And you're like, oh, it'll be okay. I'll ignore it. But no, it just continues to crack and it gets bigger and bigger. Whereas if you were just like, oh man, got hit by a rock, call, Safe Light, whoever, and have them fix it right then, right now, before it goes any further, then it's done, it's over, and it's back to normal. It's normal glass. You can't even tell that it was chipped. And I think the same can be said for past trauma. There's triggers, and I think it's important if we can ever get to where we can identify those triggers and we know when it's the trigger and we recognize it and we say, no, stop. That power, if we can ever harness that power, then we can control it. We can control the whole situation and we can stop. We can stop the cycle. Oh my goodness. That got a little deep and personal there. But yeah, so, you know, you're going to attract what you need, and then it's your job to not let old habits slip in and tear it up. You know, you feel like you're on a mountain by yourself, but you're really not. You know, you're really never alone. And if you're building this successful and you're believing in this relationship, it's going to be strong enough. It's going to be like the mountain. You know, this mountain is strong and it's holding you and it's allowing you to rest on that mountain. You're not alone. You're on the mountain. You have that support. You have that village around you. Okay, I said 2 cards, but that, so we're going to have that challenge. So now, if we handle this challenge correctly, because now we know, and we're going to learn from our mistakes. So what does that mean? How are we going to end up? So overall, how is our month of love going to go? We are going to heal. Of course, if we do these things, then yeah, that's part of the healing process, right? So he's got, he's breaking the chains. See how the chains are broken? So he's broke the chains. And you're lit up, like you've got this glow. You've got that. And then you've got your aura. Yeah, this is good. Okay, so heal. So this one would be one of the major arcanas for this deck. And let's see. Is it? I don't know. It is. Yeah, the moon. Yeah, it's the moon. Traditional, it would be the moon. No. The star. It'd be the star. Well, that's even better. So it's the star, which is happy, happy, joy, joy. Forgive, offer, receive, serenity, hope, inspiration. A peaceful, healing energy surrounds you right now. Ideal time to bring healing to your relationships and realize your hopes and dreams. This card could be presenting itself to ask you, isn't it time for forgiveness? Understand that no human being can ever be perfect. By accepting this, you're in a position to forgive yourself and those who are involved. Forgive freely and without reservations, as blame, resentment, or heavy weights to bear. By forgiving, you'll feel a weight lifted from your shoulders and become enveloped by deep serenity. You also give the gift of serenity to other people. Don't just offer forgiveness. Offer your love and thoughtful insight. Open, non-judgmental dialogue, sharing what you've learned and how you've grown. By doing so, you'll be encouraging others. With hope for the future, relationships can blossom. Please know that by forgiving yourself and embracing a hopeful spirit, you also invite new relationships into your life. At the same time, be willing to receive the blessings that others have to offer. Be open to their insights and guidance. Listen objectively to what others have to say and act upon that guidance if it feels right for you. Be receptive to divine inspiration. Healing yourself, heal your relationships, and be at peace. The affirmation would be, I offer and accept healing in my relationships, and I am at peace. So yeah, this would be the traditional star. I mean, it's just a never-ending cycle, but it can end. And this is what this is saying, that, you know, we always say, oh, it's a cycle, you come, you go. But this is saying that you need to learn and heal and allow that healing. Allow the healing. Continue to work, continue to recognize, and that you'll continue to heal. And then share the journey, you know, like, I feel like this is, if you're in a new relationship and you have an old trigger that comes up and you just immediately, like we were talking about, you start to, like, you kind of slide on the edge of that cavern. recognize it and be able to say to that person, look, I need a minute. I need to step back just because I have an owed issue. And it's not comparing them to the owed issue. It's just saying, I have an unresolved issue. Let me process it for a minute, and then I will get back to you. And have that open dialogue and that open communication. And sharing your issues, your struggles, and letting them know it's not about them, it's about you. I mean, truly, it is about you, and you're growing so that you can love them better. And perhaps, everybody's got baggage, right? It's just different sizes and different, some of it's older than others. Some of us still have the old, steam case trunks, and some of us have the new rolly baggage. But everybody has baggage. And it affects, prior relationships affect current relationships. And so everybody has something to learn. So by sharing that and that open communication, you're going to heal yourself, and you're going to allow them to heal, because then they're going to start processing, and they're going to start realizing. And then when you're both realizing your triggers and you can both talk about it, then you no longer have that constant struggle. It just becomes maybe not easier, but manageable, if that's the right word. Because, like it said, nobody's perfect. But there is happiness. And when you stop and take the time and you actually work the process, you're going to be happier. You're going to have more happiness. And you'll have more happiness together because you're doing it together. So quit running from hard. You're running from hard. You need to stop it. Stop it. Okay. All right. So there is our August love reading, and let me know what you think about it. So I will see you next time.